Who am I? I'm just someone like you who wants to be heard. Don't we all? And that's why this video matters, because it will help you draw your own conclusions on what is really going on, if that's your true concern. When you do your own research, you'll find the true answers that you want. Perhaps by the end of this, you'll think maybe just a little bit differently than perhaps you might have before. And that's the whole point of this video. Stick around.
Warning: the following material may be offensive to some viewers. However, this information is based off of opinions and theories. Viewer discretion is advised.
Are we living in a world that is purposefully enslaving us for some hidden agenda? Do you find yourself constantly stressed out? And for why? Are you constantly trying to find new ways to get rich faster? Are all these ads drawing you in? Do you wonder why we have to work with such little to no pay? Why our bills continue to skyrocket? Thus, inflation takes its course. And once again, who pays the price? We all do. But not if you're one of them, the elite. Who's the elite, you say? They're the ones who are pulling the strings on all this techno media bullshit. But they're also the ones making videos like this available. It's like a 50-50, a win-lose situation. Balance. Do they really want to destroy us, or are they just pushing us to evolve? Or is this just an animal house? Are we being led by fascist pigs that strive to steal our bread and butter for their own personal pleasure? Could Agenda 21 be a hidden democracy to clean things up? Or was it meant to destroy us? Either way, we're waking up slowly. About half the population is reaching some sort of new platform or realization or idea or expansion or opening a business perhaps. Or starting your own club or becoming a new entrepreneur in many ways. So, consider that. Are they just pushing us and stressing us out in order for us to evolve? But also consider the fact that they are forcing us into social media networks that are striving to box us into categories that are not necessarily those of common happiness. And let's face it, we all have different happiness and a different interest. But yet these are designed to place you in interactive boxes which you have no idea, so that you can be manipulated into reacting to perhaps robots? Bots that strive to antagonize you, that try to get you to click and react. Do they try to hide things in movies? Have you ever found it coincidental that it just so happens to be pertaining to what you were thinking or what's going on? Coincidence, conspiracy, or reality? Lead to your own conclusions. If you like this video so far, please like and subscribe and share. Please and thank you. Perhaps we could compare this situation to what happened to Deadpool. Deadpool, okay, right? So they're trying to hypermutate him so he becomes some super slave soldier, right? Some super slave killing machine, right? But then that backfires. Perhaps because we don't want to be controlled and enslaved like that, to do someone else's bidding and not your own for their, not your own personal satisfaction. Does that sound right? And think of the name Deadpool, like the low class, the dead pool, compared to the upper class elites. Well, in Deadpool, he wanted to make him a slave, like a super slave that was just unstoppable. Maybe they wanted us to become super angry and aggressive so that we would work harder? Or was it to evolve us? Anyway, the evil bald doctor gets Deadpool to this state of just pure, okay, there's nothing I can do. And he just loses all. But during that process, he becomes something and evolves into something. However, it's ugly. He had time to think about it and plot against it. And so he did. So did the mutant injection that was prescribed to stimulate his mutant DNA, or his junk DNA, similar to COVID, or the COVID injections? Was the suffocation chamber similar to our time in lockdown? Speaking of suffocation chamber, the masks that many of us felt were suffocating us. So don't think about that one too long or too hard. Just let it flow. Let it come to you naturally. Breathe, okay? Deep breaths, deep breaths. 100% in, 50% out. 100% in, 50% out. And do that over and over. That'll really get the blood flowing to you and make you healthier, perhaps. So anyway, Deadpool is at his last limit. There's no way out, and then he finds a way. He sees his opportunity, and then he goes for it. Capitalizing on the moment, he makes his move. And at the same time, sets his plan into motion, succeeds, and breaks away from that suffocation chamber. Now let's compare. At the start of COVID, we were locked down. Did you not feel suffocated, perhaps? Not getting into arguments with everyone you lived with. Not feel trapped and secluded and forgotten. Did you argue the whole time, or did you not argue the whole time? You happy and content, or were you sad and miserable, or were you in between? Perhaps those that care and gave too much still wear the masks. Mark of the Beast much? Crypto coin much? But what if you said, screw it, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go with the flow of it. I'm not letting this suffocate me. And perhaps aspired to create your own business. Did that trapped feeling allow you time to think, get over your past nonsense, and evolve into a forward motion direction to set above a new platform for creative problem solving and evolution? Or did you stay stuck and defeated, get a divorce, or end up in jail? Or did you just sit right in the middle, watch both of it, and weigh it out? Wherever you were, doesn't matter. What matters is what you did from it, or what you can learn from it for your own evolution. Wow, if enough of us evolved, we would all probably have a better, happier platform. But that is just me. So it doesn't matter what you did, that was the past. It doesn't matter where you're going, but forward. Don't stay stuck in that loop of the past. That loop of the past is that mental monkey chatter that continues to at you and scream at you and tell you to do this and do that, and it's just, is it really that good for you? You look back on it in 10 years and we'll be laughing at this. You stay stuck in and can't get out of. Is this something that eats at you and drives you crazy, and that's why you keep looping back into the same problems and can't figure out why? Well, pick yourself up. Take your friend's advice. Don't take mine. Listen to all the people around you that you love and say you care about, that are telling you things that maybe might not necessarily be something that you want to hear, but it's something you need to hear. Something we all need to hear. We all need to help each other out. Consider somebody that's doing that to you is helping you out. They're trying to help you realize the best version of yourself without saying the wrong thing. Maybe that's their way of saying it. If there's anything we can take from any of this, why stay stuck in past loop cycles that continue to unmotivate you and recycle you back into a pit of hell? Heaven and hell, that's a different topic altogether. There will be many things that try to tie you down. Right when you think you're getting there and you think everything's good, that's when you're going to be tested. That's when you sink or swim. That's when you fight or flight. Not literally necessary. Why does everything have to be so literal anyway? We're looking for the language that makes us comfortable. We don't understand all these other indigenous tribes that have their own little snap and pop languages and little signs and everything like that. We don't understand that. What we understand is what we understand personally in your own little aura bubble prison. Perhaps it doesn't seem like such a prison when you have money. Lots of it in that elite class. When you're in that low class, gosh, we tend to think a lot and beat ourselves up, especially with the ones that we love the most. But anyway, let's get down to the real issue. Do they want us to expand and evolve, or diminish and decline? All this pushing us into stressful situations over the past couple years have forced us to evolve or become more enslaved. Are they enslaving us by pushing certain advertisements and ideas our way on social networking? Are they listening to you and filling out your algorithms to appeal to you? Do you think they're trying to do this to make you or break you? Are they starving us too much or just enough? All realize that they don't want certain content to be displayed, or they'll ban it or take it off. But then how are we able to see certain videos such as that question that reality? Perhaps they're trying to help us by destroying us and who we were. Perhaps that's a form of higher control, hierarchy, one form, one currency. Bitcoin much? If we all go to one form of currency, then we are all controlled by that one new unstoppable force. Supply and demand. All your attention goes to it. How could it not be in control? And what have our leaders in politics done for us, really? Besides confuse us and have some back history of some abuse or sick background. Something that, yuck, it's disgusting, right? Well, we all had backgrounds, true or false. Are you proud of what you did? Or are you always glad of what you do? You ever lived and had no regrets on anything? You ever thought about, well, what if I would have done this differently? What if that, what if what? That's the problem with the education system. You weren't taught properly. None of us were. It was all a propaganda to get you to think a certain way they wanted you and wanted to twist your mind for their better benefit. Perhaps. Or was it to educate you with the proper tools so that you could be successful? But were you happy once you got there? Did you feel successful? Perhaps you're, oh yes, one of the select few, one of the bunch that loves their job and loves what they do. But then why are so many people these days not wanting to go to work? Is it because they didn't go to school? Well, many doctors and police and military feel questionable about their reality these days. True or false? Are many people not withdrawing from such degrees and creditabilities and services? Or are they saying, okay, I'll overlook it? Why would we be having such a problem with this if it wasn't such a problem? Let's consider the fact that, yeah, we have to sometimes look the other way. But do we always have to look the other way when our personal rights are being overlooked and overtaken and abused and mistreated and unimportant? Animal Farm. Stand up for what you believe in. Put your heart into everything you do that you love. Hold your friends and family dearly, because we all need each other. And their friends, and their friends, and their friends. And eventually, we'll all be friends. We'll all know each other. We'll all be sharing these similar and dissimilar likes and dislikes. But that is the perfect balance of contrast. You have to have that division for that balance of the equation. It has to balance. If it's too much on one side, all this stuff falls over into it. And then when it's too much on this side, all this stuff falls over into it. So the more we stay balanced, we can help ourselves, help each other, help us all. So help yourself and keep your business going. Build it strong. Find new and creative ways to help yourself look into the mirror with gratitude, love, and respect. Not only for yourself, but for everyone. It's like a domino effect. They all just lined up and they just all over. And it's a domino effect. And once they all go around and the last one falls, perhaps peace will be amongst us. There are many quantum forecasts as far as that's concerned. However, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe down below. And we'll see you on to the next video. Thank you. And this is Loki Legionson. Have a wonderful and lovely day.